What are young men doing wrong in dating today?
A lot of young men are actually fearful about letting women know that they're attracted to them. And it's as if they've lost confidence in their own erotic agency somehow. It's important that they just are bold enough to let a woman see that they're interested in her as a woman. I've told students over and over again, I do not believe in this notion that, well, we should be friends first. I think that's completely wrong. I don't think that friendship and an erotic connection are somehow continuous things. I think they're both valuable things, but I think they're quite different things. And I think that one of the things that's wrong, and it can't be wrong just with men, it must be wrong with couples. That'd be the first thing I want to emphasize. I think that young men and women of that age when their erotic sensitivity and therefore their erotic power is at its greatest, I think that seeing themselves as couples rather than seeing themselves as just men interested in women and women interested in men, but really seeing themselves as couples. I think that's very diminished in contemporary, at least the kind of contemporary elite culture that the young people I'm around the most are a part of. So that's one of the first things I would tell a young man, that have confidence in your own erotic agency, which makes you want to be part of a couple. It's not that somehow you're on this individual search for something and that thing happens to be a woman. It's that you are looking for somebody else who also feels a certain sense of incompleteness about themselves, and somebody who wants to live as a couple. And I've talked to lots of young women, and I'm saying young, 22-year-olds are not young. From the point of view of falling in love and using their erotic potency to create a couple, they're not young. They're not too young.
Right.
How old is still young? Is 30 young? It's not. So that to me, that's part of where the energy is to let people know you're not too young. That is a fear, that they're too young. No, you're not too young. You're ready. You can feel the energy in you for this. And use that energy. You're not going to have that in the same way forever.
Right.
When you've been teaching for a long time, people often ask you, are your students different? And for a long, long time, I always said, nah, they're not really that much different. When I saw them become different was in the financial crisis in 2008, 2009. Notre Dame families are mostly very secure, very well off. But somehow that financial downturn in 2009, it embedded an anxiety about the future that my students never really had. And now the college students who are coming to us, having caught by osmosis the anxieties of their parents about their kids' futures. Now, this was completely unreal. Notre Dame families were richer than ever, and the children's financial prospects were better than ever. But that isn't what's at the heart of agency, is it? It's your self-conception. And they were much more fearful about that. So that anxiety gets layered on top of this fearful erotic agency, the notion that there's something not quite sophisticated or elite about being a young man who, when he meets an attractive woman, thinks of her as, she might be my wife.
Right.
Now, I don't say that's the thing you say on the first date.
Right.
But
even that mentality is
yes,
right.
Yes, that's a big thing in a human life, that's the way attraction presents itself to you. That you're finding a woman attractive or a woman finding a young man attractive that presents itself to you as tapping into something very deep in your own powers, that power to become that kind of a couple.